You are tuned to AM 1440 KUHL, and we are featuring a Santa Maria mayoral candidates forum featuring the current mayor Alice Patino and also challenger Will Smith. I want to get to our next topic, and what types of businesses would you like to see come to Santa Maria? What sorts of policies would you support to bring them here? We'll begin with Mayor Patino, and this is a 90-second response.
I think, when I sit across the table from people from out of the state, and they want us to provide tax incentives, they want us to provide land, they want us to provide maybe buildings. We're not allowed to do that. And so we are limited by what we can provide. We can provide some incentives for them, but certainly not to the level that they want that is provided in other states. Now, the chamber right now is interviewing for a new economic development person, which the city is very supportive. We have new information on the Economic Development Commission, the new formation rather, not information, new formation of the Economic Development Commission, and we have business people on there. We have large business, for-profits, nonprofits, people from education, and the hospital. We have a hospital here that is also providing training for interns, which we hope will stay here. We also have the research park out at the airport, which people are looking for businesses. We also are working with the airport to provide customs out there, which will bring more businesses to the city. Hancock partners with us and businesses for training purposes, and they even do specific training. So, and the Chamber of Commerce did a rollout the other day of marketing Santa Maria. We're not going to see the ad here, but it's going to be going out to the hot spots like Fresno and Bakersfield, talking about how good Santa Maria is, the wines, the grapes.
All right, thank you. And Mr. Smith, same question. What types of businesses would you like to see to come to Santa Maria? What sorts of policies would you support to bring them here in 90 seconds?
I would like to see us bring in technological jobs and jobs that are not just service sectors that are paying a basic minimum wage, because Santa Barbara County is very expensive for rents and so forth. And I just feel that if we bring in jobs that you work 40 hours a week and you still cannot afford to get a decent place to rent or stay, they're not adequate jobs. I don't want to say we have jobs just to say we have jobs. I would like to also see jobs that come in that are willing to work, again, with the colleges to prepare our kids to make higher paying jobs, or to bring in people from Cal Poly and UC Santa Barbara that can work in the area. Because right now, because of the low paying jobs that they have here, a lot of our kids are leaving to go to Santa Barbara and San Luis Obispo to work in those corporations. So again, I think we need to bring in jobs that can stabilize our community and keep our young people home and use those gifts that they have gotten through education here in our communities.
All right, thank you. This is AM 1440 KUHL. We're featuring a Santa Maria mayoral candidates forum, featuring the challenger in this race, Will Smith, and also the current mayor, Alice Patino. I want to move on to at least one more question. We'll try to get to another one as well. But the next question is, do you think the city of Santa Maria is transparent for people who live and work here, or do you feel more could be done to let people know what's happening in city government? This will be a 90-second response. We'll begin this time with Mr. Smith on this.
I don't think that we're necessarily transparent. Like, for one of my ideas is I'd like to see maybe a marquee or something outside of City Hall listing what we're going to be doing on the city council, or an agenda when it is, because if you go to any city council meeting, they're most of the time pretty thin as far as personnel are concerned from when I've gone, and it's not been a heck of a lot of times, except if there's something really major, maybe like when they were fighting for the H2A to keep ISIS out of not ISIS, but to keep ICE out of being in the city. But again, and you had thousands of people. So again, I think that if you're doing something and the people feel they're being listened to, they're going to want to come out to the meeting. So we want to advertise that, look, we're listening to you. This is what we're going to talk about as far as a forum for your concerns, and we'll see what happens then.
All right, thank you. Same question again for Mayor Alice Patino. Do you think the city of Santa Maria is transparent for people who live and work here, or do you feel more could be done to let people know what's happening in city government? 90 seconds here.
The city, I think, is very, very transparent. You've got city council meetings that people can come to. They're also televised. The city council meetings are televised. The planning commission meetings are televised. Parks and Recs are televised. Anything people want to see is right there for them to see by turning on the TV if they don't want to come down. We use the Brown Act, which means we have to notice all of these meetings, city council, planning, and Parks and Recs. Anything that you have in the meetings in the city are announced, and by the Brown Act and the agenda. We have your public records. We have websites. You can go on the website. Everything is put on the website, so you can see it if you want to see it. And in the newspapers also. So a lot of times people may not be aware where they can go to find these things, but they're out there. I think that the city council, especially the city council meetings, are very much out there for people to see. And
that's it. Okay, thank you. We have Mayor Alice Patino and also Will Smith. They're both running for mayor of Santa Maria. This is a forum right here on AM 1440 KUHL. I have one more question before we get to our closing statements. So again, this question is, if elected mayor, what kind of leader would you be? If elected mayor, what kind of leader would you be? We'll begin this time here with Mayor Patino. 90-second response.
You know, I feel I've been in a very engaged mayor. I go to anything I'm invited to. I go to things I'm not invited to. I make a decision on public input at our city council meetings. I started the town hall meetings, and I think one thing I think was very important when we met on the northwest side of town, the people there told us they wanted their park updated, the Oakley Park, and they wanted lights because the kids wanted to have lights there. So that's what we did. We found the money to do what we needed to do. In the city of Santa Maria, all along, whether it's been the library, Maldonado Center, we have 2 fire stations, we have the transit station, we have the police department, and the Oakley Park, we have done that without bonding out to people. We've been a pay-as-you-go city. I don't think we want to stop paying. People out there want to see their taxes used and want to see them used in the right way. And so we have done that in the city of Santa Maria, and I will continue to do that in the city of Santa Maria.
All right, again, this is a 90-second response for Mr. Smith. If elected mayor, what kind of leader would you be?
I would like to be a leader that let the city manager do his job, but at the same time, I would like to go out and view what's going on so that we can talk from a well-informed perspective as to what the departments are doing. I would also like members of the city council to be involved to the point that they get out and on some type of rotational basis, go and observe what's going on in the department. I also would like to have an open door policy where people can have an opportunity to come in 2 or 3 times a week and sit down with the mayor and voice their concerns. Again, I don't believe in micromanaging, and my thing is, if you're going to come with proposals in front of the city, whether you're a city leader or whoever, I'd like to see you come with your facts so that we can judge it, because of so many things I've seen from being on other boards where people come and they want a lot of things, but they don't have their documentation right. So my thing is, if you can't support it and have a way to do it and make it where everyone is getting a fair share on the priority list, then don't come forth with that, because I will tell you, we need to get more information. And I don't mind tabling things if we don't have enough information until we can get it. And I think that's me in a nutshell as a leader.
All right, very good. That's going to wrap up our series of questions right here on AM 1440 KUHL. And again, this is a Santa Maria Mayoral Candidates Forum featuring Will Smith, a challenger in this race, and the current mayor, Alice Patino. So at this point, we'll wrap up here with a 60-second closing statement from each of the candidates, and we'll begin first with Mr. Smith.
Well, you can look at my website. I'm on Facebook. I'm at William Smith for Mayor. It's an open site for everyone to see, and you can get an idea of what I'm like as far as going into the community and interacting and listening to what you have. But again, I want just to inform the community that I would be a leader that cares about education, care about having open door policies, and also would like to have city employees be able to come to me and talk to me without any fear of retribution. And I will probably come to you to ask questions. Also, I would like to ensure us that we all are a community that are working together. There's no differentiation by culture, race, or whatever. We're all one. I want to have transparency. And again, I want to work with you, and I want to listen to you, because I don't represent myself. I represent you, and I would like a fine opportunity to be able to do so.
All right, and Ms. Patino, 60-second closing statement here.
Yes. You know, I have been in the community for a long time, involved in the community for a long time. And as I said, I've served on the city council. My husband and I are small business owners, so I have signed the front part of the check, not just the back part of the check. I was past president and member of the Santa Maria Joint Union High School District. I served on the Human Services Commission in Santa Barbara County. I was past president and member of the Marion Foundation when we started raising money for the new hospital here because people out there were visionaries. I've served on the Santa Maria Code Compliance Board, Dune Center Board, been active 4-H leader, and I've done all this in the community because I think it's important to be part of the community. I just didn't pop up and say, okay, I'm going to run for the city council or I'm going to run for mayor. I have, you can reach me on electpatino.com, and you can also reach me at 805-680-0722.
All right, and that's going to wrap up our forum. I do want to thank both candidates today, Alice Patino, the current mayor, and challenger Will Smith. Make sure to get out and vote, and that's with that mail-in ballot or at the polls coming up on Election Day. Thank you both for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ben.